All right, guten Morgen. Um, this is interesting. Let's start off with TradingView. So, yep, we had our. You know what? I was not even looking at. Damn it! I've been trying to lick this minor cold, which just results in an occasional cough for almost 2 weeks now, without success. I think I got this from one of my clients. I'm upset that I did not notice. No, I did notice this. This is the 50-minute demand that was formed yesterday, but because I wasn't looking at TradingView, even though I think I had it on my iPad, or was I not looking at my iPad? I don't remember. It formed right at this trend line here, which is a beautiful indication that I should have taken this long. But man, I mean, if you guys saw my video yesterday, I made profit, but it was pathetically small, $10. And the original strike I was looking at, I could have gotten in around 40, $50 here and peaked at, I think, 300 something dollars, almost $400 yesterday when we finally hit Adam Mancini's 4178 target. Um, I got in after we broke out of this descending trend here, and it was only maybe here and a further strike out, and I sold so quickly it was embarrassing. That option, the other one I actually got into, got as high as 120. I got in at 20 and sold at 30. It's the same routine. But you know what? I can't get mad at myself because when I do this on the days that there's chop, I don't complain because I made the profit and I sold early enough that, the profit wouldn't have turned around on me. I can't always know when this thing's going to rally, but I should have known after it broke through this trend line that there was a good chance it would rally. Thing is, I don't know how far it can go. I think when I sold, it was like, actually, I don't know when I sold. Anyway, I didn't even realize that this rejection here rejected at the other July, because these lines are from the July low here, July low, and then I duplicated it. You know what? It looks different. It looks so perfect on TradingView. I had to adjust these lines on Thinkorswim because it just won't line up. But here in TradingView, it lines up pretty decent. But yeah, so anyways, let's move over. Now, our support, I believe, should be 4160. And let's read Adam Mancini's tweet to confirm. You know what? I want to respond to Joker's tweet here, but later. Yesterday, a classic bear trap under 4135 finally triggered the breakout in ES. My targets were 4166, 4175, and we hit and based here all night. And mind you, this tweet's an hour old. Now bulls must defend break. Plan today 4175, 4166 are supports. Base some more, which sets up 4195. Dip. And then we'll go to 4205. 4166 fails, we backtest to 4150. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a backtest here. Previous resistance, which I know wasn't really much of a resistance. It was a support here. I would like to see a backtest of 4155. Maybe a flush below 41 to 4150, and then we return, preferably tomorrow. Generally speaking, the day after a rally is risky because we may end up getting a bunch of chop. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So the plan is we'll do what we do always. We'll wait to see if a demand forms. I just wish it would have been beautiful if this had pulled back and retested yesterday, and then I would have gone long. But let's be honest, I still would have sold early. If I got in here at 45 with my 412 target, I probably would have sold right at the breakout here. And maybe instead of making $10, I would have made like 40, 50, $60. but then would have left $300 on the table here. But I know someone commented on one of my videos saying that I shouldn't be so quick to manage my position, being that I'm only in one option, one position. But the it really it really sucks to be in profit in your one position and then to things to turn around on those choppy days and then you get burned. It's it's a, it's hard to know when the breakout's going to happen. I mean, it was clear that the breakout was poised to happen, and I should have realized yesterday that this descending trend line in confluence with this March low trend line, rising trend line, was creating a triangle. And as we kept bouncing in this triangle, pressure was building up for a final pop. The problem with triangles, though, is even though Adam Mancini says that they're generally bullish, in my experience, it's 50-50. It's going to pop one way or the other. So I never really know which way it's going to go. But yeah, so we're going to see if after it's been basing pretty much since yesterday around 2 o'clock, and we did reach 4183 this morning, and right in confluence to this trend line here, which is what again? Oh, the top of the mini megaphone. That's where I have my mini megaphone. Adams was different. He was saying it's 4190. Maybe because of this March clone trend line, but this is where I had mine, and we formed a pretty strong supply here. I bet you it's even stronger in a 30-minute candle. And we've been falling ever since, but here we are now. 50 minutes till market open, and it looks like we're about to create a demand between these three candles. This one just started. So if one could go long now, it probably is. If one has futures, this might be the time to go long. I hope it doesn't rally too fast. Well, anyway, so let's now look at it from ES point of view. You see how this line, as much as I try to adjust it, it doesn't line up the way it does in TradingView as cleanly at all, which, you know, is typical for Thinkorswim. Trends on Thinkorswim are horrible. I've said it many times. You know what? I'm going to take a look at my Thinkorswim on my iPad if it'll let me sign on. And I'm curious. I hate Apple, man. Why do sometimes my fingerprint works and half the times it doesn't? Just bear with me, guys, because this is how long it takes just to pull up the chart on Thinkorswim. Nope, it doesn't look any better. Although, on my iOS, there's a clear rejection. And I'm looking at the same chart, 1515. This rejected from this trend here. And actually rejected earlier. So this line is way down here. And this is the top of my megaphone on my Thinkorswim. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't show the same on... I mean, come on, man. What a terrible... I'm sorry. I know one person says Thinkorswim is great. I don't agree. I don't. The trend lines change depending on what time frame you're using, whether you're using an iPad or a desktop, whether or not it might change from one chart to another depending on what screen I'm looking at. It's ridiculous, man. It's completely unreliable, profoundly unreliable. Anyways, so now we're forming a demand here. So maybe if I'm lucky, this can get retested and we can pop a little bit more. I wonder if the market is setting up a bull trap though for Papa Powell's speech on Friday, and then it's gonna drop. I don't care. Even if it's setting up a bull trap, I want to take advantage of the rise and profit from there. So I don't really have a bearish plan. I suppose I'll keep my iPad on, and if we revisit the top of the megaphone, either on the iPad or on TradingView, which frustratingly, I can't have both. I can only put one, either Thinkorswim on my iPad or TradingView on my iPad, because as you can see, this screen is my options and my chart screen, and my other screen here, I generally have, you know what, I might just overlay my TradingView on top of my screen here, and maybe I can keep an eye on VIX, and yeah, that's what I'll do. I won't be able to look at my 30-minute chart, but so be it. I'll just glance every now and then. But yeah, look, this is embarrassingly, this is the option I got in yesterday at 20. It was somewhere here. I got in at 20, around 12:45. I then set my sell at 30. And initially, I wasn't going to put a sell limit. I was just going to do a market sell if I can catch it in a strong uprise. And I didn't do that. I just put 30. Also, but I kept getting distracted by work, so I didn't want to have a sudden phone call to screw me over or something. I just wanted to lock in some quick profits. But had I just waited, as you can see, this thing reached a peak of 117 once we hit Adam Mancini's final target. And if I had maybe gotten in a little bit earlier or just held until that point, I could have made almost $100 yesterday. Better yet, if instead of 120 I had bought two, then I could have made almost $200 yesterday. But I know I say this all the time, and Adam Mancini says this just as many times. You're never going to catch the bottoms and the tops. It's impossible. Just be glad to get a piece of the move. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan so far. Let's just take a look at VIX. So yesterday we couldn't pass this point. I mean, we did, but it closed above or around this resistance level, and finally we pushed back off of it. I would like to see VIX chop here a little bit before it pushes back up, or maybe bounces off this resistance level. I'm wondering if I should adjust this one. You know what? I will. Wait, hold on. Let me back it up and see. Yeah, I'll adjust this a little bit. Yeah, there's more contacts here, 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 and here. So I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a pullback here, but I mean, as of right now, we formed a demand, so maybe this is it. Because I could possibly put another level here, it looks like. Let's see if I should adjust this next one below here. Uh-huh, yeah, it looks like I could. All right, so we'll adjust this to here. I know there's no way you can hear that siren because, you know, this $20,000 hurricane impact window is supposed to be soundproof. It's supposed to be preventing that. So it's impossible for me to be hearing that siren. No joke. These windows cost $20,000. So if I owned this property, the association would divide that 20,000 in an assessment fee. If I had to pay $20,000 for these crappy windows, I'll be upset. Soundproof. These things have no better sound quality than the windows that were installed in the 1960s when this building was built. All right, so this could be our point where we turn around and reject, so we'll have to wait and see. But if this thing's going to rally, we got to break past this level here, which has been pretty strong overnight. So anyways, that's the quick synopsis for the day. Market's going to open in 7 minutes. I'll try and be back when that happens. All right, market opens in 15 seconds. And in the time between my last video and coming here, which is only like maybe a few minutes, I had to deal with this trash Thinkorswim app where it crashed once, Then it told me it logged itself out, and I had to log back in. And then to log back in, it required my fingerprint, which I gave. Then it wanted the password, which I had to just reboot the entire app. Just absolutely asinine. The more I think about it, even though we formed a demand here, my concern is that we didn't really get much of a pullback, and we've only been basing, overnight. I don't know for sure if this is going to rally some more, but let's see. If it does, well, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to go to SPY. I'm sick of looking at SPY. Let's target 417. Technically, we've already just retested it here. This could be the point where it turns around right here. So, you know what? It's a risk, but let's go ahead and try at 25 with a tight stop loss. Probably should have done lower, like 21, 22. No, 23 is the lowest it got to. It's like the bull's trying to absorb the morning sells, but I don't know. Unfortunately, well, I can't tell for sure on VIX. Yeah, it's not looking good. On VIX, we're going up, but we're still below that point of rejection where we started creating the demand earlier this morning. I would show you, but I want to keep an eye on this first because I may have to exit soon. What I'm hoping for is the bulls can absorb the sell orders, the sell pressure, and then snap it up. And we are at the point where Adam Mancini says we should be bouncing. This is support. So if bulls can reclaim 40166, that's good news. Up. This is interesting. The tweet's been deleted. It looked like somebody was asking Adam Mancini how he can tell whether it's a fake breakout or a fake breakdown. He looked like he responded to it, but then he deleted the tweet, or maybe the person he's replying to deleted the tweet. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who tweeted that, but I would have been interested in seeing Adam Mancini's response. But from what I did read from just a pop-up, he said that you really never know if it's a fake breakdown or false breakout until after it's formed. But it takes experience looking at ES to determine whether or not it may occur beforehand. So I guess it is possible to know, hey, this is probably going to be a fake breakout or a false breakdown. But it takes experience looking at the chart, and I would also assume the time it takes for the response. So if we're breaking out of a pattern, the time it takes for it to fall back into the pattern will tell you, hey, this is a fake breakout. So here, for example, since I lack the experience, my concern is how long it's taking bulls to push beyond 4166, and that's causing me concern. So it's making me think this may start to sell off, and it's making me want to go ahead and exit this position so I can preserve my investment. But is my gut experience right? Maybe I should wait till this candle closes to see what eventually happens. There's the one thing that I've realized is that I lack patience with waiting for the reaction on ES. I need to like double my patience level a little bit. So in other words, when I think of selling when I'm in profit, I probably should wait maybe another 5-10 minutes before I do. Or when I think of cutting my position, maybe I should wait 5 or 10 minutes. I say that, but then there's been times like this week where I've sold and yeah, maybe I only made 20 bucks and I could have made 30 if I held a little bit longer. But after that 30 profit, it dropped and I would have made nothing because it was chop. So that's the issue for me. All right, there's our push finally. Now, my concern is as we approach this weekly resistance, we are also approaching that level on VIX where we just couldn't pass most of the night. So the question now is, again, should I just sell early at 35 and just take another $10 profit for the day? Or do I wait and see if we can break past? Because 4175 is resistance, or 4170-ish is resistance right now. And we've had a rally yesterday, so that means we could be chopping today. So yeah, I have to determine this. I might try and do it when we get to the level on VIX, which we're not there yet. The problem is pushing past VWAP might be an issue. Or not. Looks like it's, no, yep, it is an issue. A lot of volume coming in though. Nope, that's losing it. All right. Uh-oh. See, I could have sold here and made a bit over 10 bucks, and now we're getting that strong pushback from VWAP. I'm trying to be patient, seeing if the bulls can turn it around and push past VWAP. Although in retrospect, I probably could have gone in with 2 options down here and have one set. If I had gotten in maybe at 24, 23, I had one set to sell close to 40, I guess. Anyways, I'm going to put my sell at 46. I don't know if we're going to get that high, but I'm hoping we can break past VWAP and this weekly and make it back to our overnight high. I know I'm being a little bit greedy here, but we are taking quite a while to get past VWAP, which is not good. We may need to, no, there it is. I think, no, didn't make it. I keep telling myself to wait, it's gonna happen. All right. See how it's frozen like this? This concerns me. I've seen this happen on Thinkorswim before. When everything just freezes and it doesn't go one way or the other. Usually when that happens, a big move is happening, but sometimes that move is down. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and exit at 39. Yeah. I think that's a little over 15. I just get nervous when Thinkorswim does this, where it just seems to lag, like nothing's happening, it just freezes. I do not like TradingView. I mean, I'm sorry, I like TradingView, I don't like Thinkorswim. Yeah, unfortunately it's only 14. It wasn't the 15 I was hoping for. I could have sold at 40 is what I should have done. And now, see, look at it it's pushing back. It just wasn't getting past that weekly level in VWAP. But it may need to just reset and push further. But the good news for me is that I'm finally back to where I was when I took, I think I had like 3 wins in a row, and I took I took exactly $75 out of my account with the intention of helping with the rent, but TD Bank took like almost 5 days for it to transfer into my account, so it didn't make a difference at that point. So yeah, now I'm back to whatever losses I suffered then. I've recovered them with a little bit extra. Oh, sorry, Adam and Tini tweeted. Hold on. Okay, this is just a minute ago. After 60-point rally breakout yesterday, ES started today by basing as posted below. Key to remember, it's still OPEX week. Messy action likely. 4166 support defended. Bulls want to see chop between 4166 and 4181, which sets up leg for 4195, 4205. 4166 failed, we backtest to 4150, which again, honestly, is something I'd rather see. I'd rather see chop with a sudden drop to 4150 and a quick recovery of the 4160 level. That's what I would like to see. That would give me more confidence to take the trade. at least I have enough experience to know that that would be a good indication to go long. I consider getting in at here at 30 again because I do have enough to get in for one more trade and see if we can push back up to 40. But after reading this reminder, I completely forgot this is OPEX week. I OPEX is my least favorite time to trade. So no, I probably won't. And now I have to consider also, even though it's OPEX week, I made profit on Monday, I made profit yesterday, and I just made profit today. So 3 profits in a row on one of the most obnoxiously choppy weeks of trading. So I should be content with that at least. Oh, all right, I gotta record this, guys. But I'm curious if this is gonna push back up to 40. I'm debating about getting back in here, but if it suddenly drops, then it can drop down to below 20, and then I'll just lose what little profit I made today. And Adam Mancini usually has a rule. He's like, hey, if I've made a trade and I've made profit, I'm not going to trade anymore. Why would I risk my profit? But he sometimes does, but he risks only a portion of his profit, if that makes sense. He'll use some of the profit he's gotten to initiate another trade. And I'm pretty sure when he trades, he makes massive profits. All right, I'll be back. All right, a quick update here. If we had gotten in at 30, as you can see, the highest we got, oh no, it was here. It was here. We're thinking of getting in. The highest we got is $34, and it's just been chopping at this point. In fact, I'm gonna make a mental note to myself to not trade anymore because I don't want to lose what little profit I've made today. Um, and yeah, but I think this is what Adam Mancini wants to see. He did tweet this. He wants to see price chop between 4160 and 4181, I think he said. So right overnight high and here. Although even though he might consider that a chop, this is a move I would love to take. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go in a direct line from one range to the other. Instead, it's probably going to chop around for a while, dip down again, come up to 4180 area and reject. So this may be what we're going to see the rest of the day up until tomorrow when Papa Powell speaks. Um, so yeah. The the best play would have been for me to have. I mean, I got in at 25, so it was pretty close to the bottom. I can't complain. And the highest we got to was 40. So I mean, this isn't a piece of the move. I almost caught both the bottom and the top because I sold at 38, I believe, right? I got in at 25 and I sold at 38, or was it 39? Yeah, I sold at 39 and the highest we hit was 40. So I mean, this is one of those rare moments where I've actually caught the very bottom of that move and the very top almost. So I'm not gonna push my luck again. I just wish I had done two options. I only went with one. If I did two, then it would have been almost a $30 gain for the day. What I would like to see is if I can get back to my 125 level before I took the $70 out. So I'll have to see. But as you can see here, we cannot clear VWAP on ES right now. We're in limbo. I never did show VIX. Let me show it again. This is where we formed the demand pre-market. This was our little mini rally here, but you see how choppy this looks? And this is the level that we just could not break past yesterday and all of overnight in pre-market. There was something else I wanted to point out, but I forgot. So yeah, I wanted to show if we where we are in V. Yeah, we're below VWAP and SPY as well. I just took a peek at my 30-minute chart. God, man. I have such terrible shoulders. This guy is so passive aggressive, man. Sorry. I really dislike passive aggressive people. They tend to be the most cowardly, but also the most shady in the things that they do. Uh-oh, that's not good. I wonder if I'm having internet problems because I'm getting that poor signal message from, yeah, I think I have issues with my internet. Unfortunately, I may have to contact them and deal with that. Maybe that's why my Thinkorswim seemed like it was lagging before. Still, all the more reason to sell. Um, I think I can recall twice in all the times I've been trading where I took a trade and my internet went out and I couldn't sell the position. And as my luck would have it, both times I was losing money and I couldn't sell the position because my internet went out. I think one time I actually I had to go on my phone and use the carrier signal to exit a position. And that was a pretty big loss if I recall. Anyways, sorry guys, that's it. There's no real update here. It is doing what Adam and Sini hopes it would do, and we're just having slow follow through chop, and this would be good for this to happen the rest of the day, and then maybe tomorrow we can continue the rally. Maybe Papa Powell says something bullish, and then we're off to the races. Because Adam and Sini's ultimate target is 42.05. So thinking of that though, right? If this is the case, um, it would be nice to get a option for tomorrow expiry, or better yet, maybe Monday, but Monday will be super expensive. And I wish I can tell you what 4200 on ES would be equivalent to on SPY, but I have no idea. And you know what's going to happen when we go to look at SPY? All the levels are going to be off. But let's see if we can figure it out anyways. I have 4205 way up here. We can probably guess that that's about 10 levels off. So I suppose 417, maybe 416. I have 417 here. I don't know if I just plug that in. This is tomorrow. No, this is today. So 417 tomorrow is $76. Oh, there's a 417 and a half. Let's try that one. So yeah. Oh my God. If all I wanted to do was take a swing, then I could probably put a buy-in if we dip below to 4161 again. Maybe we can get in the low 50s and then take that swing for tomorrow. But problem is Papa Powell speaks at 11:30. So yeah, maybe, who knows? It's possible that we might chop most of the day and then rally later on today, and maybe overnight we will hit oh, there it is. It finally broke through VWAP. I was talking and didn't realize this. Hold on. Let's go back to today's. Well, we were using the 416, right? Or was it the 417? No, it's 416. No, it's 417. Yeah, look, we dipped down to 25. We finally broke past VWAP. This is about to hit 35. Yep, look at it go. Now I want you to notice the theta. Clearly we're higher than we were before this morning when I sold at 38. And look, we still can't get the price above where we were earlier. So just a matter of, this is 9:40. So less than 30 minutes later, and the theta decay is so severe that even though we made a new high of the day, the option couldn't break the previous 40. Still, if one came back in here at 25 and set the sell at 40, assuming you would have gotten filled, then yeah, this is a repeat of the morning trade here, but a very quick one. Yeah, still grinding up though. Oh, even more importantly though, look, I didn't even notice this. Look at VIX. We've finally broken below this level on VIX, and we're about to make a new low. So yeah, this thing's about to push. I should have gotten back in. We broke 40 to get a whopping 41. But yeah, getting in at 25, if it would be possible, to sell at 41. Nice $15 profit. My account would have been depleted at that point though, but hey, I'm glad I take another 15. But oh well. Anyways, we'll try again tomorrow and see what comes of it. Maybe we can make one more profit for the day. I mean for the week. And maybe I can beat my streak of 3 profits in a row and get 4. But I could have done it here actually, but oh well. I did say I wasn't going to trade anymore for the day, so I'll follow true to that. Alright, I gotta update you on this. It's been choppy, but it finally did it. Damn it. It grinded its way. And notice something too, none of my 15-minute candles are red. None of them are red, and we grinded our way back up to 401.81, close to previous pre-market high. Curiously though, what if I had chosen, this is why I love playing in the money options. We started the day at 4162. I don't know what that would be. You know what? Let me just look at SPY because it would just show us. Hold on. Okay. So in the money would have been 414. Hold on. I want to go back to ES. 414. So if early this morning we went long, and mind you, here there's no theta. No theta decay is going to be bothering you. Your price on the option moves based on the price of the instrument, of SPY. God, what is that other term for stocks? I'm mad that I can't remember it. All right. So if you had gotten in this morning, let's say at let's go high. Let's go 160. I mean, I don't know why you would go up that high, but let's say you didn't get in until 160. You waited. Here, the lowest you would be here is maybe $13. No, yeah, $13 in the hole, which no one would put a stop loss here. And look at it push. Man, I should have got back in. I mean, I thought this was going to chop, but clearly that's not the case. We're almost about to hit our pre-market high. But look, there you go. You've already made $100 right here on one option. And you would have no worry about having to exit. Now, look at how smoothly this went. You know, we dipped in the morning. No, actually 9:30 is here. Hold on. We dipped a little bit here and off to the races, right? A little bit of a dip and off. I think this dip here was this one right here, but not that big of a deal. Now we go back to where I was before, which if I recall was 417. Now we're up to $60. So if I had gotten two of my original options and held up until now and sold at 65, what did I get in at 25? Sold two at 65, that would have been $80 profit today. But you know what? What can I do? I expected a more chop, and clearly that's not what's happening. We're off to the races now. Look at this. It's almost gonna hit $80. Wow. Again, this is why it's wonderful if you can get multiple positions and then leave runners. If instead of getting $25, if I had gotten, let's say 10, let's just say 10, I used $250 and I sold where I did, and I sold 8 of my options. So I don't know, whatever 8 times 15 is, that's my profit right there. And I held on to the last 2. And let's say I sell them here at 80. We're gonna hit 80 any moment. And I sell them here at 80. That's an additional whatever 160 minus 50. That's an additional $110 right there profit. Anyways, I gotta calendar something really quick. Hold on. Well, I'm getting inundated with documents from this one passive aggressive attorney that keeps posting stuff that I'm having to update over and over again. And of course, when he started doing that, this is when this thing started rallying. So look, again, that option I got into this morning at 25 and sold at 38 is now at $94. So it looks like we're not chopping after all. We're just gonna rally. Look at it, just keeps pushing. Man. So if I had gotten in again after all at 25, this would have been really good. And this was the ultimate target Adam Mancini gave, 4190, if I recall. Damn it. That's the thing that frustrates me about the day after a rally, is one of 3 things are going to happen, which is pretty much every day, but it seems more likely after a big rally. We're going to drop when the bell rings. Usually this only happens when we've reached the ultimate target, or we have some sort of pattern, some trend line that we reach. We'll chop, which usually is the most likely result, or we'll have a little minor dip followed by another rally. And that's what happens here. So yeah, 4190. So that means we've had, since this morning at an 0900, a 30-point rally. And this is going to push higher, I believe. I really would hate for it to hit the 4205 mark today, but it may happen. We're only 15 points away. So yeah, this is unfortunate. This is why I really wish I could trade multiple positions, lock in profits early, and leave one or two, positions as runners. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up what this guy's doing. Alright, I know I'm shotgunning these updates. Adam Antony just tweeted though, fantastic follow through on day 2 post breakout. While it is always popular to fight clear trends, ES remains in a broad dip buy regime since October. 4195 was my first target today, almost here, cool off zone before the leg to 4225. Oh, 4225 is the ultimate goal? I thought it was 4205. I mean 4205. All right, so 4181 is now support. That was the breakout zone here. Let's adjust this accordingly. I know I haven't really changed the colors of any of these support zones. I've just been ignoring them. Let's remove 4186 for now and 4190. Although I may regret doing it. No, I have a feeling I'm going to regret doing that. Let's just change them accordingly. They are still possible bounce spots. Especially since one of these two, I don't know which one was the pre-market high. This one, oh, it's 4181 was the pre-market high. Okay. So then, yeah, maybe I can remove these two. Sorry. Oh, it's just, isn't it frustrating? This is perfect deja vu of yesterday. I got in at 25 in this option and sold at 38 to make a little bit of money. But what did it eventually end up doing? Going to 119. So I could have made close to, again, if I had gotten two options and waited up until just recently to sell at this trend, I guess, I don't know. That's almost 200 bucks I could have made today. But again, that would mean I would have to catch the bottom, the very bottom, and the very top, which generally is unlikely. So, and here was bragging earlier that I caught the top here. How wrong was I? Oh man. I'm hoping this Russian client will let me know if she's trading today or not, because she tends to wait till like late in the afternoon to let me know, and I gotta run some errands. So yeah, there we go, guys. 4195, which is equivalent to my daily here, is where we just rallied to. So it should be cooling off here. But man, it was another day of rallying. Had we gone double this morning with our options and held, this would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade. Anyways. So even though Adam Mancini said that 4181 was now support, we pulled back and we even started forming, as you can see here, a possible supply. But we only made it as low as 4184 before it's turning around. Not as big of a push as I thought, but if you decided to get in here at say 60, which I don't have the funds to get in there, you could have sold here at 90. So if you decided, you know what, I'm going to try and test it out and do let's say you didn't get in at 60, whatever, let's say you got in at 65, right? and you decide to put your sell at 85 just to, catch a piece of the move. 10 options, that's still 200 bucks right there. In any case, I think I'm gonna back away for a bit. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna step away, but in just 3 minutes, I chose a further strike out. Initially, I was using the 417 strike, which now you can see, had I held on to my original option, and if I had gotten two, without a doubt, I would have made over $200 today. So I'm pretty frustrated now. I know I made profits, but I'm frustrated now. But I chose a further strike out, in this case, the 419. That's how many strikes that I had to go. And if I had gotten back in when we retested here, I could have got back in at like 14, 15. And now we're about to hit 40 on this one. So I still had more opportunities to make money. So yeah, it looks like, I don't know, I'm guessing, but I'm probably wrong, that this is a bull trap being set up before Papa Powell's meeting tomorrow. and But then again, maybe he'll just say something that makes the market rally even more. But we are most definitely defying the seasonality right now. And I started trading in 2020. I didn't know about the seasonality chart until, what was it, I think 2021 was the first time I saw the seasonality chart. Adam and Sini had posted it. And then all of 2021 and a good portion of 2022, it followed that seasonality chart pretty closely. So for example, you can see September into October, we have a very bearish period, and that's what happened both years. July and April were very bullish after all, and so was December. But look, according to this, most of May should be us chopping down. And if I drag TradingView over and put it on the daily, which I know is going to look like a horrible mess, I'm sorry. But let's try and, this is April, May. So the beginning of May, we had a dip, but then on May 23rd, no, May 5th, we had a massive rally, which has now led us into the megaphone, which I just realized now, because I'm such a, you know what, I'm not going to insult myself. Bottom line is I can't look at all of the charts all at once, but we have just now broken through that mini megaphone. So first we broke through that descending channel, and now we've broken through this mini megaphone. And again, I'm not looking at TradingView, which I really should be looking at it. It's right here near the screen. I wasn't paying attention. You can see we pulled back right to this trend here. So it's not 4181, it was 4184, because that's where we rejected here at this trend previously. So this would have been a good spot to go long again. I don't have that trend here, of course. I bet if I try to draw it, oh my goodness. Even if I did try and draw it, it wouldn't come out properly since this is Thinkorswim. Yeah, I don't know where that trend would line up here. But yeah, unfortunately, the fact that we've just broken out of that megaphone is pretty telling that we're going to push even higher. I suppose I could get in now and see if we push higher. So you know what? Let's try it. This will be the last trade, the only other trade I can take for the day. Let's see if it'll pull back a little bit. Ah, never mind. I remember 42.05 is the next target, so that's why I'm worried about getting back in. But then again, it may just blast right through 4205. I want to see if this will pull back and retest the daily or this level. Maybe we can pull back to the high 20s. Or is it ready just to pop even further? Also, I'm pretty sure 4200 is going to be a psychological level. So we may need to build up some energy before breaking past 4200. See how everything's frozen? I'm just going to see if it'll fill me at 29 and see if it pops. Or if I just burned myself. I probably did. These weird pauses, I'm hoping is indication that this is going to pop up. But it could also be that it's going to pop down, so this is risky. Again, these weird pauses. I don't know if it's Thinkorswim or if it's my connection. I'm trying to be patient and see if this candle will close and where the next one will open. Not looking good so far. Although I forget that Adam Mancini says many times that it's not a good idea to trade between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. because that's when the volume is pretty low and there's less follow through. We could very likely just base here and flag for another hour, which would tell me that I should probably exit and take some of my money back. Yep, there it is, it's dropping. I burned myself. I did. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a recovery. Damn. Oh, looks like I'm about to lose everything I made. Yep, that sucks. That really sucks. I should have listened to myself earlier and just called it a day. Well, I didn't lose everything, thankfully, but a good portion of it. Stupid. Very stupid. That was my concern, is that we're so close to a previous resistance, or not previous resistance, or a target level, and a psychological level at that. That was that was just dumb. So with commission, that's $9 down. Still overall positive for the day, but still. Now, of course, you know what's going to happen now that I sold. It's going to turn around and pop right back up, probably. Or not. Nope. I'm just curious to see what this candle closes, how it closes. Big volume spike here. I should have used a tighter stop loss as well. I got in at 29. I should have put the stop loss at like 27. Wouldn't all surprise me if this new candle now pushes up. Anyways, I'll come back and let you know what this thing does, but I'm guessing it's going to power up and it's going to go right back to where I entered, and it's just going to be a slap in the face. And later on today, this $29 option I got in might be worth like $80. Yeah. It's trying to push up, trying to get past this trend here where we had a previous rejection. That's one of the reasons why I went long, because we broke past this trend and we broke past this daily. So I hope that we might start a new candle at the daily or at this trend, and then we power off from there. But when we lost it, that's what gave me concern. Anyways. Alright, looks like it was a good idea to exit after all. We've now formed a supply and it's pushing down. And I'm just upset. Well, no. We broke out of the range. We broke above the daily. and on my VIX, we broke below a previous resistance and we're dropping. So everything told me this was possibly going to pop up, and I wasn't looking for a big move. I was just looking to scalp. I was hoping to get in at like 29 and scalp it if it can push up to 40, if we can push back up above in the next candle. So again, I was hoping this candle will start here and push up. I knew I might be negative a little bit, but if it can push up and go above, then I can make an extra 10 bucks, which would have been great. Um, so technically speaking, I'm still $5 below where I initially was after I took money out of my account. But I still think there's a chance that this might start flagging under under this level and then finally push up later on today. It may not happen till around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, so we'll have to see. Just real quick, here we go. This is what I was expecting to happen. We're basically flagging, and now it's 11:46. Now we're pushing further up, and here's the slap in the face. I got in at 29, exited at 22, I think it was, or 21 was it? 22. And yeah, in at, oh, actually no, I bought at 30. I thought I got 29. So yeah, so that's an $8 hit, $9 in total, with commission. And look, although, I mean, if I had held, that would mean I'll be 50% of my profits down, or 50% of my investment down. But if I could have held a little bit longer, if we can pull back up, I could have gotten my money back. Or if this actually does break past the 4,200 psychological level, I remember 4195 is the resistance, and we're at 4196. I'm here looking at the other screen. It's right here. I forget this is ES. This will push back up, and watch, this will end up going up to like 30, 40, 50. Who knows how far up it'll go. And again, it's going to be a slap in the face. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I would have much rather have sold. I should have sold. I should have put my stop loss at like 27, so I wouldn't lose as much, just a few dollars. Um, but I often get burned when I put a tight stop loss. It'll go hit my stop loss and turn around and rally in my direction. But in this case, a tight stop loss would have been a perfect thing to do. But yeah, here I could sell at 26, 27, which is where my stop loss should have been. So I could have held a majority of my profits. At this point, I think I've lost about half the profits I made this morning. A little more than half. Yeah, a little bit more than half, because it was a total of like 14, and now I only have $6 profit. So yeah, $8 lost. No, yeah, $8 lost. But look at it, there it is. There's the push. And now it's about to push past 4,200, which is what I said would happen. What will likely happen is that it would need to chop sideways for a while to build up some energy before it can break out. So frustratingly, I could have at least held on to that position. But then again, how would I have known that 15 was where it's going to go? It could have gone all the way back down to 4181 for all I knew. What I should have done actually was waited for a pullback, waited for an actual red candle to form here, then get in. So I could have gotten in here at 15 because we got retested 15 several times. And then I could have set it to sell here, possibly at 30, if we retest the 4,200 level again. And then I would have doubled my profits. Oh well. Okay, I really should step away. It's almost lunchtime, and I've had nothing all day except my amino acid pills. I should make a smoothie, and I can't make breakfast because I don't have my normal eggs. Oh, but I do have some leftovers. My Russian client canceled for today, so I might do that. Sorry, I had an epiphany when I stepped away. My mistake here. See, my original plan was to hope that this will pull back and the next candle will start with a push off of this level or this level. My mistake was pretty simple and obvious and stupid. If that was the plan, I should have waited to see what the next candle would do. And in this case, you see clearly this candle fell. Now, I could have considered that this is a demand, what's it called, a minor demand, and we could go long here, or I can go long at the actual test of the minor demand here, which you can see we had a pretty big pullback here after this next rejection. Once again, the psychological level of 4200 just will not break through right now. So big strong rejection here. Probably not enough volume because we're at lunchtime. Excuse me. And on VIX, we've just formed a pretty clean demand zone, which is bearish. So no supply was formed here, interestingly, but still, demand was formed on VIX. So that's pretty bearish. So yeah, I should have gone long here when this minor demand was formed, or maybe gone long on this possible retest here, and then targeted this area to sell, or maybe the previous high, and that was it. So yeah, getting back in at 15, targeting maybe 31 to sell, and we got as high as 32 before that final push. So we may end up, like I said, chopping here, flagging here, and maybe we'll do another retest of 4. I'll even do an alert. We may do a retest of 4181. I'll prefer if it would sort of flush below and quickly recover. Also, I prefer that it doesn't happen today. I prefer if it happens tomorrow, so I can take advantage of that move. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I know I still haven't sat down to eat yet. I got my smoothie and some leftovers waiting for me, and the Russian client canceled after all. So, хорошо, I can go and run my errands later on this afternoon and maybe work out. So here we go. We're forming a demand zone. I got my alert while I was making my food. We dropped below 4181. Quick recovery. Looking like this is going to be a fake breakdown. And I don't know if I should do this, and I really shouldn't because I'm defying what I said I would not do and keep trading. But I have $9 on my account. If I take this, and if we could get up to 4019, which would be the breakout of this area here, I could. So you know what? I'm doing it. I'll put it at 6. Let's see if it pulls back enough. I don't think it will. I mean, that's the rest of the profits I made for today, so maybe I'll just lose all the profits I have. Looks like I'm not going to get filled at 6. But we're also going back down on the VIX, which is good. They're not going to fill me at 6. They'll fill me at 7, but not at 6. So let's see what happens. We're forming a demand. Let's see if we can push back up. If I can get this, oh look at the sell pressure coming in. I'm gonna put a tight stop loss. What do we go as low as 5? You know what? I'm not gonna use stop loss. What's the point? $7. So we'll see if this can possibly push up. 4181 was support. We lost it, regained it. Maybe the bulls can turn this around, and we can push back up. What I would like is to make, $6, $7, $8 and make up for the loss I had with my previous trade. Look, of course it goes back down to 6. How much till this candle? 5 minutes till this candle closes. That's not good. It would be good if this candle can close above 4185. So the bulls need to absorb this selling pressure. Oof, that was pretty strong. And there it is. Well, so hoping to get 4 good trades in a row. Wow, man, the Bears are really pushing hard in this one. 4 minutes until this closes. Come on. Come on, Bulls, reclaim 4181, man. Close this above 4181, please. Preferably close it above VWAP as well. That's also, I'm sure, what the Bears are trying to do, is to keep pushing this below VWAP. I wish I had put my buy-in at 5 instead of 7. Anyways, if this can pull up and I can get back $10, where would this go? Oh yeah, I have to look at SPY. Oh God, are you kidding me? We have to make a close to another high of the day. Whatever, man. Why does this happen? What is this? Why are you showing me this? This is supposed to be recent. I don't recall ever clicking on this. Also, trading now, again, between 11 and 12 or 2 p.m. Crappy times to trade during lunch. So yeah, I'll be back. We'll see what happens. I feel that, I hate that phrase. I feel like, I have a feeling that I'm just gonna burn myself and this is gonna drop. Um, 4195 was our target. We have to cool off. 4181 is our support. If that doesn't hold, then it's gonna drop even lower. And it looks like bulls aren't able to hold 4181. This candle's about to close, and it was the hope that they can at least close this candle above 4181. The next candle can push it a little bit higher, but as it turns out, looks like that's not what's going to happen. I'm just trying to wait until this candle closes and see if they can push it on the next candle. What I was hoping was that this would form a demand here, then we can get a retest and push up, but now the demand is gone. I mean, there's 1 minute left. They could possibly turn it around and push this up in that 1 minute, but I don't really see that happening. And technically speaking, we are almost back to where we were when we opened this morning. And unfortunately, the VIX would just keep rising. Also, I just realized no candle has that red arrow other than this one. Yeah, not good. The next candle on VIX opened lower than the close of the previous candle, but it's still green, unfortunately. You know what, in retrospect, I wish my client didn't cancel because I can certainly use the money. And whatever errands I need to run, I can just, I guess I could just skip working out today and just do it tomorrow. And whatever errands I need to run, I can just do it after I train her. Damn it, dude. I saw in the corner of my eye this was rising up, but I didn't want to celebrate because we're getting close to VWAP, and I had a feeling we would reject off of VWAP, and sure enough, that's what happened. I should have put my buy-in at 5. At least then I just walk away and not care about the putting a stop loss. I mean, I guess I shouldn't really care for $2 for, $7. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. If this goes to 0, it goes to 0. Whatever. I will have lost all the profits I made today as a result and be actually in the negative by a couple dollars from commission. So it was a risk. I'm doubtful it'll pay off, but I'm hoping it can. I'm hoping we can push this back up. If this can at least get to 17, then I'll make up for my previous losses and the commission, and I'll still be where I was when I made the profits earlier this morning. But that's only if we can get up to 17. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Because unfortunately, we now, I swear, I hate computers. We lost this support, so now this is going to be resistance. And even if we get all the way up to here, I don't think my little option might make it to $8, maybe $9, depending on how long it takes us to get over here. We have to break past this, then break past this, and then break past this. No, actually, I think by here, if we can get at least to here, I can get to 17. Maybe. But as you can see, we were at $4 down here. Now we're up here, and it's only $5. So the longer it takes this thing to push up, the worse off it is for me. And I should have put my buy-in at 5. That's what I should have done. Additionally, on VIX, we're going up. I need VIX to go down to here at the very least. Hopefully maybe break a little bit below, but I just don't see that happening. And you see the volume is pushing this up. And whatever green candle I had here initially helping me is gone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking more and more I should exit at $5 and then just call it a day. Oh, Adam Mancini tweeted also. I didn't read his tweet. So I'm going to say that, 4195 is a cool off point, and that's what we're doing right now. Precise technicals today on day number 2 of breakouts at ES. My target was 4195, where I was looking for a cool off, and we hit it and now cooling off. After a 75-point rally, I would expect choppy backtesting pre-OPEX before we continue. 4181, 4166 remain supports. Sell to 4150 below. So yeah. Yeah, the longer this thing chops around, the more theta is going to kick in, and the less likely I am going to get anything out of this. So, you know what? This was foolish. I made two foolish trades today. This one here, getting in at 30. I should have waited for it to pull back at least. And this one here. What did I lose from the last one? I think it was $8. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping that this can push up a little bit. But every time it does, it gets knocked right back down. Look at that. I could have just exited at 7 and maybe just taken a $1 loss off the commission. All right, yeah. Maybe it's time for me to step away and just let this do its thing. Or maybe I should have just put my exit at $7 and gotten back at least $6 out of my my trade. My leftovers are getting cold. I don't like eating leftovers for lunch or breakfast, but I got nothing else. Frustratingly, I just looked at I got an alert from my bank that, my account's lower than a level I would like it to be. And I'm thinking, what major things did I buy? But other than the bed, I bought, which I don't know if I should have done that. It's kind of stupid. I bought a bed since this air mattress is garbage now, off of Amazon. It's like a foldable Tempur-Pedic bed in the event I was able to find another roommate, but I think I might have done that preemptively. Although I haven't put in the money that my client gave me, so I could do that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should wait for this candle to close at least and see what happens, and then decide whether I should exit early or not. But I guess because it's lunchtime, the volume is really low. But again, also the theta is going to be an issue. All right, I'll be back and we'll see. I know. I still haven't stepped away to get any food, but now we're going down to 4. The theta is starting to eat away at this, and I'm starting to think more and more I should leave this and just take the tiny loss. But I'm almost certain that the moment I hit sell, this thing's going to start to push and rally. Okay, I'm going to wait till the candle closes. I'm going to wait till this candle closes, and then we'll see what happens. All right, 3 more minutes, but I mean, the problem is we've gone from 7 to 4, and it seems like bulls can't get past VWAP. And I can't seem to reclaim 4181. You know what? I should have exited at 7. Although if I was a bear and I was in a put right now, I wonder, would I be thinking the same thing? Oh, you know what? We can't seem to push below this level, so this might end up going up. I don't know. You know what? Well, I'll leave it. I'll wait till this candle closes and see what happens. My God. I had put my sell at 5 because I was ready to get out of here, and then suddenly this thing was a full red candle. And on VIX, we were almost about to be in the next level, and then suddenly, bam, this thing turned around, and I got out of my $5 trade thinking, hey, this might end up going my way. And despite the fact that it's pushing up, somehow this still is dropping. Wow, dude. Maybe I should have kept my sell at 5. I don't know. I'm hoping that somehow there might be some sudden spike and it would jump up and I can get sold at 8, but I'm being unrealistically optimistic. All this stress for just $7. All right, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. The market's waiting for me to get out so it can rally. I'll accommodate you. My goodness. I want to eat. Also, the later I take my smoothie and my breakfast, the more ugh I'm gonna feel when I go work out. Come on, guys, just give me a push. I'll take the $1 commission loss. Actually, it's $2. One for the commission and $1 loss since I'm losing at 6. Fine. You know what? Screw it. I'm out. You gonna rally? You're gonna have to rally with me. All right. I just exited. Forget it. I took a hit. I exited at 4, right? Yeah, unfortunately. So I was in at 7, exited at 4. That's another $4 loss. Hilariously, I'm still positive for the day, but maybe by a few dollars. The fact that they can't seem to get past VWAP after almost 45 minutes, this is gonna drop some more. So, and worse, I was afraid this would happen, but look, on the VIX, we popped right. Actually, that's where I sold, and of course now it turns around. Of course, remember what I said? The entire market is waiting on me to make my sell. So now that I've sold, now you see, look how it turns around. Look how this is all. This went from one big red candle. Now it turned around. I wouldn't be at all surprised now if this candle turns green. At one point, it went to $3. Ah, whatever, man. I should have known better. I told myself this morning the fact that I made profits, and this was the third profit in a row, on OPEX week should be enough to say, hey, you got really lucky or you did really well or a combination of both. Walk away. You're at $79. That's where I was at, $79. And now I'm down to 65. So I've lost pretty much. If you, no, you know what? Forget this. If you add the commission, I've lost all the profits I've made today. All the profits in these last two stupid trades. Idiotic. Absolutely idiotic of me. Typical OPEX. No true follow through. If you were a bear and you wanted this to fall, if you're a bull and wanted this to rise, this did go up though. It's a slap in the face. Had I held on to the option a little bit longer, I could have sold to break even. Sadly, this rise here, this was one big solid green candle, and all that did was take this from 4, well, this is where I sold in this candle, to 8. Now, if I had held back and gotten in with a couple options at 4 and sold at 8, then I could have made up for the losses earlier. But as soon as it reached up here, it was quickly rejected. From the standpoint of trading view, you could see it rejected right off this trend. And bulls have lost 4181. I mean, it was inevitable. And now we're back down. The next spot to bounce would be likely 4171 to 4166. So, unfortunately, I've lost most of the profits I've made today. No, I think all of it. I think all of it when you add commission, because I took 3 trades. That's $3. It was incredibly stupid of me. The fact that I made profits to begin with on a week like this, with this OPEX, and it's a third profit for the week, I should have walked away. I got stupid and greedy. So yeah. Here's a perfect example of how much of this is just luck. You know, you choose to go long here, and you get burned if you choose the wrong strike. If you had gone long here, 12.15, let's back it up a little bit. Yeah. If you chose to go long here, I say 40, and you were patient, and you didn't use a stop loss, or at least if you did, it was less than half, your patience would have paid off a little bit here. So it's gone from 40 to 60-ish. But if you didn't go long here, if you waited, let's say you wanted to get a retest of the weekly instead of a retest of Adam Mancini's level, my weekly level up 4172, and look, it bounced just above, creating us another demand and then a retest. Then if you went in long here, the retests after 415, 1415, 215, I should say, and you went long here at 15, 16, 20, this reached as high as 50, which is even better profit ROI, I guess. But yeah, the best play of the day was to have gone long at the bell, and I mean, I made 2 mistakes. One, I only went with 1 option. I should have went with 2 because it was clearly bouncing. Here we are at 9:30, right? I should have went with 2 options here. I got in at 25. I should have gone with 2 and see if I can get in at 24 or something like that. And that was with the 4, I think it was the 416, right? No, or was it the 417? It was the 417 strike. So had I gotten in, and mind you, this is where I got in, down here, and this is where I exited. Yet another day where it's a big rally and I've gotten like less than 5% of the move. If I had held and gone in with 2 positions, yes, it did come back down. Yes, this might spook someone, but I would never be more than maybe $1 or $2 in the negative. And then up we go. I could have In fact, this is what I need. It'll help if in the future I had, obviously, it always helps when you have a larger account. But if I could have gone in with at minimum two options, set one to sell at like, let's say I got in at 24, set it to sell at 44, 45, then I can lock in at least 50% of the investment as profit, and then I can just hold the other and see how far that goes, which, as you can see, went almost to 100. Eventually it did, even though it kept pulling back. Eventually we did hit 140 as a high right here when we hit 4199.25. Oh my god, dude, I hate itchy razors, man. Um, so that was a burn. Same burn as yesterday. I think yesterday, no, yesterday I think I could have only afforded to go in one option. So if in the future I can do two options, that's even better. Then I can have a runner. But if, for example, let's say today I had, what was it, 25 I got in, let's say I got in four options for 100. And let's say I sold two where I did sell here at 38, 39, and instead of making 14, 15, I instead would have made 30, right? And then I hold the other two until later. Would have been much better of a trade. So I mean that's what Adam Mancini says. The only way to get full exposure of the move is to scale out. And his rule is the same. He always exits 75% of his position at the very next resistance. Although in this case, I'm pretty sure as the start of today, he was holding runners. So, all right, that's probably gonna be my last video for the day because I'm feeling super exhausted. And made a train because I ate so late. But here, what an awesome slap in the face. If I had, instead of trying to go long, but I can't blame myself for this because look, we lost 4181, which was supposed to be next support, and then it looked like we're going to recover. Maybe, maybe. Oh, we did, not so much. And then bounce back down. And now, like Adam Mancini says, I would say between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. is the crappy time to trade. And here we go. Demand formed, retested, bam. Big rally. And this was the option I had used this morning and obviously sold too early. If I had waited to get back in, and if I had picked a better spot than not here, this was the first spot okay, hold on. This is the first spot I picked, which was just stupid. And I used a further out of the money option. If I had picked here and then sold here or here, which would even be even better, and held it up until now, this thing has gone from like $11, $12. We're about to hit 90 any moment. And I still had, if I didn't trade here at all, I still would have like $40 left to trade. So I could have gone 2, 3 options here. And look at that. Just an absolute slap in the face, man. I wouldn't be as upset or distraught if I had kept the original profits I got from this morning. But since I stupidly traded twice and lost twice, it's just so frustrating, man. I went long here and sold too early. I went long here when I should have gone short. And I went long here because, well, this formed the demand and it looked like it was retesting. But, whatever option I had picked, even though I picked one that was too far to the money, mainly because I couldn't afford anything else, if I had held, I could have sold here. Granted, the one that I did buy was so far to the money that the best I could have hoped for was to break even. But if I didn't buy in here like a fool and waited till at least here, or better yet here, then I would have made even more profits, big time profits, better than I've made in a long time. And yeah, I said it's going to hit 90 any moment, and look, we hit 110. So Just freaking annoying, man. Just absolutely annoying. The only saving grace is that I'm still where I was yesterday in terms of my how much money I have in my account. But I went from 79 to 65. So all the profits I made this morning I lost. Even though according to stupid trading, TradingView, I got much love for TradingView. Stupid Thinkorswim from TD, they claim I still have like $3 made today, but it's not. The commission took away from that. Speaking of which, I get sick of how they keep saying how it's commission free, but it's not. But I guess someone's gonna say that it's not Thinkorswim that's taking that money. It's the I don't know, the market makers or whatever it is. So I don't know. But I just know that the money comes out of my account and Thinkorswim takes it. So anyways,